Welcome to Unhinged Magi! Oh yes, it's on the horizon, everybody. Are you excited?
I'm modernly excited. I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that a word?
I've done this twice before, so
yeah.
I'm modernly excited on the horizon twice.
Yep. But that's kind of like Modern Horizons 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's kind of the topic of this video, isn't it?
I think so. Hold on, let me read.
Yeah. Oh, that is what it says. Modern Horizons
2.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Modern Horizons 2.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
We're here. All right. Yes.
Whew.
Man, that was close. I almost freaked out about that a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to start talking about Alpha.
I know, me too.
Yeah. There's a lot to say about Alpha.
Enemy fetch lands in Alpha? That'd be fantastic, right?
Yeah, wouldn't that, boy, that would blow my mind.
I know, right?
So how do we know that there's actually going to be enemy fetch lands in there? Well, you know, they actually said it. In fact,
we also talked about it earlier in a video a long time ago.
Yeah, there was actually a tweet. Yeah, there's a tweet right here by Wizards. There it is, way back in September, talking about how there's going to be enemy-colored fetch lands in the draft boosters. So we know
at the rare slot.
Yeah.
Rare. And I think when we did the video, we were saying, you get one, because it's in the rare slot. It's no longer in the mythic slot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we were talking about during the Zendikar Rising era.
Yep.
Zendikar Rising had enemy fetch lands as well.
So that is an interesting thing on what that might even do to the existing fetch lands prices. But I personally even just went out and bought like the last couple of original print fetch lands, you know, meaning like Onslaught and Zendikar. Like I just finished those out. So I had like all those original print ones, and I'm glad to have those. But those ones printed in the middle, I like Dragon's Maze and stuff, those might not do so well with all this kind of like releasing of like a lot more supply coming into the market.
That's true, but at a lot more supply, but at what price? I mean, when we talk about the new Modern Horizon prices of boxes, people were expecting $400 to $600 in prices for those collector booster boxes.
Yeah.
And we've seen some of the pre-order prices, and they're kind of hitting those marks. They're getting kind of high on those things.
Yeah, there's actual data that you can actually see, and we have some tabs all ready for you guys here. So let's flip over to those. So that, and hold on, technical difficulties. There we go. So this first one is a Modern Horizons 2. Now this is the draft box.
The draft box, $269.99, but it's already sold out. So the people are buying them right now for $269. This is just the regular draft box, $269. What's the draft box usually go for?
$100.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's an amazing price right there to hit $269 for that.
Now, a Zendikar Rising collector box goes for around $210, and that's the collector version.
Yep. And so now you've also got there's the set box. No, sorry, here's the
collector booster.
So let's go to the set box here. Where's the set box?
We had it there. There it is. That's it.
Yeah, this is the set box.
$300 for the set box currently for the
there we
pre-orders. And this one actually still has one available, at least.
Yep.
Right?
So you got the set box at $299. You've got the draft box at $269. Now the last question is the collector booster box.
Right. $376.99.
And the guesses were around $400, so that's not far. And this one's out of stock, so it's probably going to be $400.
$400
by the time people can actually start to get their hands on tickets, basically. To like purchase these things. So
that's crazy, right? So if you think about it, that means all those cards that are coming out of that box we're expected to pull a value of $376 if we open it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least thereabouts.
That's a reasonable expectation for people to have, I would think.
So that means when I go to sell my cards, I'm going to try to get more value from that box just so I can, break even at least.
It's not good business for Wizards to sell a box for that much money and then not have a good amount of value in those cards that are in that box. So
exactly.
Hopefully they're realizing that and they're taking that into account.
I would hope so, because raising that price point is going to be insane. Now, I'm not saying they won't sell out. I'm saying the secondary market might get squashed.
Now, it's interesting to me, though, that they said that the fetch lands, the enemy fetch lands, are going to be in the draft boxes as rares. But they didn't say anything about what's going to be in the collector booster box.
I would assume that they would have to put it in the collector booster box. They would have to. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense.
Well, how crazy would it be if they actually put the non-enemy, the regular color fetch land matches in the collector booster box, and then they had the enemies in the draft booster box? Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be fun. That would be very, very entertaining.
That'd actually be kind of exciting if they did something like that.
But they're not going to do that because they're Wizards of the Coast. I mean,
they probably want to save that money for another set, right?
They don't do things to where it would be actually entertaining and interesting. We just do it like, kind of like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall kind of thing.
But if they actually print Tarmogoyf again, I'm gonna laugh. If they have Tarmogoyf in this set,
Wearing in 6 is going to be in there because we got to tank that somehow, right?
Yeah, they're going to have Tarmogoyf and probably Jace the Mind Sculptor in there, Snapcaster Mage.
Cavern of Souls has got to be in there.
Taking his guesses.
Cavern of Souls has got to be in there.
Cavern of Souls.
It's in every set.
Blood Moon's going to be in there.
Yep, you got to put a Blood Moon.
Like every time they go to these cash cards, they're like, let's get that one.
Mana Drain.
Oh yeah, Mana Drain. Why not?
Well,
it's not a reserve list. We'll just put that in.
Mana Drain they might not put in there. I think they should put it in there, but it'll go into Modern if they put it into Modern Horizons. Because anything in the Modern Horizons box immediately transfers into Modern.
I have a crazy thought for you. What if they put an original art farmstead in there?
I'd have to go buy 50.
No, say like it literally had like the original art, the original frame. It looked like Alpha, and it was like a farmstead.
That would be
like one of the worst cards ever, but it looked super original.
Good. Yeah, I'd probably have to buy some just because it makes me laugh every time I look at it. What they need to do is print a card. If I was Wizards of the Coast in one set, I would challenge what's his name? A Rosewater to
Mark
make
Rosewater.
a card that uses Farmstead, so it's bonkers.
That'd be so funny if all of a sudden Farmstead became this amazing card.
I would challenge him to do that. I would make that his #1 priority for a random set.
Like a land or something. Like a land that taps for 3 whites, but only to cast Farmstead.
Yes.
And if you cast Farmstead, then it does something amazing. Or something
like it brings
that.
out Nikolai Bolas from its shielded thing that they put him in and wakes him up and puts him on the board.
And they should call the land Homestead. You play a Homestead to cast a Farmstead. No, seriously though. No, Modern Horizons 2, I don't know what they're going to put in there, but dude, that is, I can't even believe like a draft booster box for like, what was that price? It was
$200, and $299. No,
$269.
But it's sold out. So we know that's probably a $300 box.
Seriously, guys, $269
but
for a draft booster box and sold out.
It's done. It's sold out. So that's on this website. But that's kind of, to me, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Because the draft box, that means it's not even, it's a $269, so it's not a cheap box.
No.
And why does it have to be that expensive? I mean, I'm used
it doesn't. It literally just doesn't. But I mean, if they charge that much and people pay it,
yeah, that's a done deal, right? But that does make Zendikar Rising. If you're just into it for the enemy fetch lands, it makes Zendikar Rising more valuable because at the collector box level, it's only like $200, right?
Yeah.
And so you get a collector booster box, or you can get a draft box for $269.
Screw it, man. I'll just buy Alpha. I'll just go buy Alpha and Beta lands. Probably be a better investment.
Yeah.
What's funny, it's probably true.
It is probably true, yes. I mean, I wonder what the wholesale price for this box is. I mean, that's...
Seriously, that's a big question.
And what is Amazon going to put it up for? See, this is why I haven't touched any of the pre-orders yet, is because I'm still waiting for the Amazon price to come out. And when the Amazon price comes out, I go, okay, yeah, I either buy it from Amazon or I do this pre-order. The pre-orders currently are typically higher at this point, right? So I'm assuming that the pre-orders on Amazon would be around $250.
Yeah.
But that's my prediction.
You know what's really funny to me is like the fact that like this draft booster box going for $270, and we've played Magic forever. I mean, it's fair to say you and I are pretty heavily invested in Magic, right?
That would be.
It's a fair statement.
Yes.
And so then this new game called Flesh and Blood comes out.
Yep.
They sell these new sets, Monarch, first editions for $200 a box on like Channel Fireball and others.
Yep.
And we're like, oh God, I gotta go buy it. And like, I mean, there's all this belief, confidence, and faith that box at $200 is going to be a steal. And now looking at Wizards of the Coast selling their draft booster boxes for $269, not super far away from that price of the newer game. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at it like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't trust them.
It looks a real.
They're gonna flood the market or something, and it's like there's so little faith in like Wizards.
Yep.
Compared to like a newer game that just came out.
Yeah, I bought like 3 cases off of Star City Games, and now I'm looking at Modern Horizons going, I don't think so.
Yeah. Just a point of reflection.
I'll buy
comparing those two side by side and looking at it.
But then again, you look at Monarch's prices right now; it's like $600 a box.
Yeah, so
and
that
it
200
hasn't even hit the market yet.
Yeah, that 200 was a steal.
Yeah,
that was an absolute steal.
So you know which company is doing it wrong. I mean, that's the trigger. That is actually the trigger. You know which company is failing miserably.
That's the key takeaway from this kind of analysis, for sure.
For sure.
It's just like looking at it and saying, like, Wizards, you're screwing it up.
Yeah.
The new kid on the block should not beat you up and take your lunch money this easily.
There should be, it's not a FOMO thing either. That's just the weird part.
No.
Because Modern Horizons 2 should be like going gangbusters and all that kind of stuff and should be hitting the market pretty hard, but this is stupid.
Yep.
Right?
Wizards has just lost the faith of their collector, their buyers, I should say. I don't want to call it investors. I don't want to call it.
I still think I could fix
their buyers.
I could fix the glitch. I mean, I think I could go in there as a CEO and fix everything because they're just doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, their boxes stay low and stay stagnant for long periods of time. There's no growth and that kind of stuff. I mean, we look at Flesh and Blood. They have an unlimited set. That's supposed to stay low. That's their people want to play the cards. They get the cards. There's the unlimited set.
And the issue with Wizards is definitely not in their game. Well, there are some issues in the game design department, but that's not what the core issue is.
No, that's not the core issue.
When cards get banned out of standard or something, or there's only 1 or 2 decks that dominate, that's when the game design crew has screwed up. But when you've got like the market flooded and prices dropping and no faith, that's not the game design department.
No, that's just destroying your user base. That's like, we've smashed them so hard, now we've bled them dry.
Yep.
But, I look at Modern Horizons 2 and I'm like, why is this box so much more expensive than the previous boxes?
I'm still in the same boat though. Like I'd still rather have the original print fetches. Personally.
Yeah, no worries.
The Onslaughts and the Zendikars, and then I'm done.
The only thing that Modern Horizons 2 is preserves that Zendikar Rising is going to rise even more. That's all I see because the box sales are going to be insane. It doesn't even matter if it floods at this point because people are going to want to draft Zendikar Rising as opposed to Modern Horizons because it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so we want to know what you guys think. Are you going to be running out there buying your Modern Horizons 2 boxes? Are you going to be cracking them
now before Amazon price?
Yeah. So what are all you guys doing? Where are you at with this stuff? Leave the comments below. Love to see it.
All right. Talk to y'all again real soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.